Hey everybody, it's Wes with Grady Space, kicking off a little bit of a new series called Road to Glory. So I'm just going to be kind of documenting as I go, following my journey, reviewing the previous week and any rewards I get, showing you guys what my lineups look like for the current week, and any roster transactions I may have made, what I bought, what I sold, and just kind of giving you a little behind the scenes of what kind of my week to week is here on SoRare. So I did get a reward last week, but don't get too excited. That is just a common card. So for game week 150, I had 2 teams registered. I did a Global All-Stars and I did my Rookie League. I still have a few of those left. Some exciting news on the Rookie League. I finished in 33rd, which is pretty awesome. That was out of around 20,000 entries. But the sad news is only the top 3 get a rare card reward. So finishing in 33rd is no better than if I had finished in 2000th place. So that was pretty heartbreaking. And then my Global All-Stars, I'll show you who I submitted here. It's a Asian League lineup. So my goalie got a DNP, and then he's actually been out for 2 games in a row now. So panic is setting in there. And then no one else really showed up except for Yuta Toyokawa. So not the best performance from my team here. So I missed out on the ETH bonus. Got a little bit of a different approach coming in this time. Some new guys I added, but we'll get into that in a second. My Rookie League lineup that did so well. Lewandowski here, put up a big 74. Luis Alberto did awesome, got me 105. Alisson did really well as well. And Edmund Tapsoba. So good enough for 33rd, which I got really excited about because I thought that meant I was getting a rare card, but no such luck. So let's see what my reward was. It'll be a star common, and I am hoping that it is a goalkeeper. Let's see. Alright, and we're back. So I had a little bit of technical difficulties there. My common star reward is Joshua Kimmich, which would be, fantastic if this was a rare card. But even so, it's a strong star common. Unfortunately, not the goalie I was hoping for, that I could have, used to help me complete a couple of their lineups. But a great player and a good card. So we'll see if I'm ever able to fit him in somewhere other than in my Rookie League lineups. Alright, so that takes care of last week and my rewards. Looking forward to this week. I've got a couple lineups going. I've got my Rookie League again, and then I've got my Global All-Stars. So for my Global All-Stars, pretty similar. I've got my goalie for Daegu FC in there again, Choi Young-un. Got a couple new additions. So to start with, I have Hwang Sak-ho. So defender that's been playing really strong. I picked him up. I believe I paid 0.14 ETH for him. So feeling really good about that. Like I said, he's been really hot to start this year. So hopefully he keeps that up. Then I've got Yushi Hasegawa. So a young guy. Not the strongest performances, but he'll fit in a U23 lineup for the remainder of the year, or till July 1st when that resets, and then hoping he kind of picks up a little bit here and starts trending in that 50-point range. And then you saw Yuta Toyokawa. He was my big performer last week, and then Tetsushi Yamakawa. So another really strong player, U23. I was really excited to pick him up. I think I got him for just under 1 ETH. Yep. So just underneath, I picked up him. And he kind of trends in that, 40 to 60 range, which is really strong for, a young defender. Plays for Kobe Vassell, which is a really strong J League team. So I was happy to pick him up. So that's my All-Stars lineup. And then Rookie League we can look at real quick. A lot of my guys were not playing this week. So I won't have an active goalie. But that's okay. I'll just probably pick up another common card there, and that'll be that. And then just take a peek at my gallery real quick, show you guys what I'm working with. And hey, here, great eSpace, great underscore eSpace. That's my Discord name. So feel free to drop me a comment on there if you guys want to chat, have any questions or anything. But yeah, so here's my lineup. So a couple MLS players here on the top row that we haven't talked about yet. So Harrison Afoul, if you saw my defensive MLS values, I highlighted him as a guy that I really liked. I was able to pick him up for less than an ETH, or less than a 0.1 ETH, which I thought was a steal. If you go look at his scores on SoRare data, he is a very high performer with a lot of upside out of the defense position. So great option there. Sebastian Blanco was really, really excited. I got him for 0.225. So he's coming back from injury, but he is an MVP candidate perennially. So awesome player for the Portland Timbers in their midfield. And his first day back at training was yesterday. So keep your eye out for Sebastian Blanco if you've got a little bit more to spend on a midfielder. I'm really excited. I think once he starts showing that he's healthy again, his card prices are probably going to go up pretty significantly. So at least that's my expectation. So I was excited to get him while I could. Additionally, so we mentioned Hwang Seok-ho, Lee Yong. So he has been absolutely crushing it. He's in the K League, but so he had a 60, an 84, and 86. He plays for Jean Buck, which is the leading team in the K League right now, and he's been doing awesome. So I picked him up for right around 0.1 ETH, and that was a great deal. I think his prices have already gone up; they're around 1.5 now. I just published my video on MLS goalies. So if you've seen that, then P. Titan will look familiar. And I would recommend, I think he's the cheapest goalie you can get that's guaranteed a starting spot in the MLS. So someone to keep an eye on if you are, needing someone to target in that space. Let's see if there's anybody else. Yeah, so Romain Metenier also was in my defenders value list. I think he's a great pickup. I have him listed, so I'm actually looking to potentially move him for 0.13. I think I picked him up for 0.11. So I picked up Harrison Afoul, and I think he's a great player. But if I can get a little bit of profit out of him and reinvest it elsewhere, I think that's something I would consider. But I'm definitely not going to sell him probably below this because I think he's a really strong player. Choi Young-gun, so that's my goalie that I mentioned that has been out for the past 2 games. Really hurt me, so trying to move on from him. I'm probably selling low. I don't know that the goalie that they subbed in for him hasn't done very well either. So I could see him getting a spot back, and if that happens, he'll probably bounce back into the 0.3 range. But just looking to continue to build out my roster, so getting some active players is what I'm trying to do with that. And then a couple guys down here. So Yuta, Toyokawa, the guy who I said has been so strong for me, I've actually got him listed. His prices have kind of skyrocketed with how well he's been performing. Let's see his last 5 right here. So he had 60, 73, 32, 41. And I think that might be missing a game, honestly. He's been performing really strong. And his prices have jumped up to above 2.2 ETH. So I put that up there, and if an offer comes around that I can almost double my investment on him that quickly, it's something I probably won't be able to turn down. And then Tyler Miller, so another guy I purchased as a goalie for the MLS, ton of upside there. Trying to get my money back out of him though, because he may not end up starting, even though I think he's got a ton of long-term value. So anyways, I think if I could hold on to him as an investment, I would love to. I think whenever he does end up back as the starter, which will happen eventually, he'll be worth one of the premier or high budget goalies, kind of in that range. So would like to keep him, but again, I'm just trying to build out my roster right now. I don't want to keep pumping money in. I would rather take what's in there and optimize it. So that's what I'm trying to do, and that's kind of the situation of my team right now. I think I've got some good players. I think I've got some guys with some opportunity. Definitely some guys I'm looking to add to kind of continue to fill out my MLS roster. That's where I'm going to focus the majority of my budget here as I get going. Trying to get that Asia team in there, at least in the Global All-Stars, and get that payout. But outside of that, if you've got any, feedback on this, it's not as analytical as a lot of the other videos I'm going to be doing. I finished the MLS wrap-up. I've got the Asia Leagues coming up. I've got a couple other really important videos that I think are going to bring a lot of value to people who watch them. I'm going to have a week 2 one-shot league preview coming up where I kind of break down who to look to start, who to maybe keep on your bench for a week. And anything else that you guys think you might want to see, feel free to drop a comment and let me know. Appreciate you guys watching and hope you all have a great day.